Hybrid editing made easy.
This hybrid photography vlog post is brought to you by ProShow.
Photodex.com.
Hi there, I'm Carol for Discover Mirrorless with yet one more innovation that I found recently that I liked so well that I just had to share it. As I share these, it's not so much to get you to buy the same gear that I've gotten to test or that in most cases I bought myself, but it's also to get you thinking about the little things you can do for yourself for a reasonable amount of money that will make your shooting life a whole lot easier. And here's this one. In the last two posts, I showed you a C-loop, which is this little blue piece that goes into the tripod mount at the bottom of the camera and makes the strap hang below the camera instead of on the sides, which I just love. And then I showed you the sling strap, which I also really like. It's an amazing piece, and for the first time I'm comfortable wearing my camera. Here's what I didn't like though, picky, I know, is sometimes I need to use a tripod, so I need to use that tripod mount for a tripod base plate. How am I going to do that if the C-loop here is always plugged in? Taking it off and changing it out for this is one option, to be sure, but not the one that I choose. This is another little piece of work. It's really quite a substantial piece of work. It's a tripod base plate with an additional place right here where that C-loop can be mounted. So now I can have the base plate on the camera all the time, still have my C-loop, so when I need to be carrying it on the strap, I have that as well. Give me a moment, I'll attach this to the camera and then I'll show you how the whole rig goes together. Okay, I'm back. Here's the base plate attached to the camera. Here's that little comma-shaped piece where the C-loop is going to go. They include, at Custom SLR, which is where this base plate is from, one of these little Allen wrenches so that you have a tool for getting a nice, tight, snug connection between the base plate and the camera so it doesn't twist around on you. And so then, gathering up my gear again, and so then I'm going to put the C-loop right here into that little extension, and voila! I now have my camera ready to be mounted on a tripod using this base plate, ready to be thrown over my shoulder with the C-loop, all at one time. It's just awesome. I love things that make my life easier, give me less fumbling around to do when I'm shooting, and more time to actually catch the action. One last little tip. When I install the base plate, I install it all the way down toward this end of the camera. Here's where the battery goes in. This gives me full, complete access to the door so that if I need to change the battery, I'm not having to mess around with any of this moving or taking it off in order to get that done. How easy is that? Thank you, Custom SLR, for 3 great pieces that work together and make my shooting life easier. I'm Carol for DiscoverMirrorless.com. Shoot lots, remember the video, and keep dreaming.
Hybrid editing made easy.
This hybrid photography vlog post is brought to you by ProShow.
Photodex.